Kaiju number 8 has many Easter eggs that you missed within the anime. Kaiju number 8 is shaking up the anime world with epic battles, heart-pounding drama, and jaw-dropping transformations. But if you thought it was all about kaiju smashing action, think again. This anime is packed with hidden gems and clever Easter eggs for sharp-eyed fans. Whether you're a longtime kaiju enthusiast or a newcomer, there's something for everyone. Let's dive in. Let's start where it all began. Episode 1. As Kafka and his crew clean up the aftermath of a kaiju attack, we get a sweeping shot of the city. Hidden among the debris and chaos is a billboard that might look familiar. Look closely, and you'll spot a logo inspired by Toho Studios, the creators of Godzilla and pioneers of the kaiju genre. This subtle nod ties Kaiju number 8 to the very roots of kaiju storytelling, honoring the giants that paved the way for this modern masterpiece. Naoya Matsumoto, the creator of Kaiju number 8, is a big manga fan, and he's not shy about showing it. In episode 3, during a quiet moment at Kafka's desk, there's a manga lying nearby. Blink and you'll miss it, but it's none other than World Trigger, a sci-fi series that inspired Matsumoto. It's a small but meaningful Easter egg for fans who know Matsumoto's influences. A love letter to the stories that shaped him. During Kafka's training arc, there's a blink and you'll miss it detail in the sparring room. On one of the walls, there's graffiti with the letters NHK. It's subtle, but this is likely a shout-out to Japan's public broadcaster NHK, which has aired and supported countless iconic anime over the decades. NHK's role in anime history is legendary, and this Easter egg shows that Matsumoto knows where anime's roots run deep. Fans of Attack on Titan will love this one. In episode 6, during one of Kafka's most dramatic battles, there's a moment where he strikes a powerful pose after transforming into his kaiju form. Does it look familiar? It should. It mirrors Eren Yeager's iconic pose as a titan. This parallel is more than just a visual treat. It's a symbolic passing of the torch between two iconic series about humans battling monstrous Here's a fun one for kaiju enthusiasts. In episode 5, when Kafka and Mina Ashiro are reviewing kaiju attack records, one of the kaiju names flashes on screen, Gojira Alpha. That's a clear nod to Godzilla, whose Japanese name is Gojira. It's a small detail, but it reinforces the idea that Kaiju number 8 belongs to the kaiju storytelling tradition. It's an exciting connection for longtime fans of the genre. Ever wondered if creators sneak themselves into their own stories? In Kaiju number 8, the answer is yes. In the background of episode 7, during a Defense Force briefing, one of the soldiers bears a striking resemblance to Naoya Matsumoto's self-portrait from interviews. Is it a coincidence? We think not. Keep an eye out for more sneaky cameos in future episodes and let me know if you found him. Kafka's kaiju transformation sequence is a visual treat for fans of classic tokusatsu. The glowing chest core and the slow, deliberate movements are reminiscent of Ultraman's iconic transformations. Ultraman, a legendary figure in Japanese pop culture, is known for his heroic battles against giant monsters. This homage not only celebrates the tokusatsu genre, but also bridges the gap between traditional hero narratives and Kaiju number 8's unique take on monster battles. Kaiju number 8's episode titles often follow a bold, declarative style characteristic of classic weekly shonen jump series like Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece. Titles such as The Strongest Cleanup Crew evoke the same excitement and grandeur found in these beloved mangas. By emulating this naming convention, Kaiju number 8 aligns itself with the shonen tradition of high-stakes adventures and dynamic storytelling, appealing to longtime fans of the genre. Notice the cleanup truck used by Kafka's team? It's labeled with the number 1954, a direct reference to the release year of the original Godzilla movie. Godzilla debuted in 1954, marking the birth of the kaiju genre. This subtle detail not only honors the legacy of Godzilla, but also signifies Kaiju number 8's place within the long-standing tradition of kaiju storytelling. Mina Ashiro, the stoic and disciplined commander, reveals a softer side through her cat-themed mug. Seen multiple times throughout the series, this mug references her childhood love for cats, a detail revealed in interviews with Naoya Matsumoto. This personal touch adds depth to Mina's character, showing that even the toughest leaders have their gentle moments and cherished memories. Easter egg 11. Vintage kaiju movie posters. In Episode 4, as Kafka navigates the city, posters for fictional kaiju-themed movies like Gigantor's Revenge and Omega Beast adorn the walls. These designs mimic classic kaiju posters from the 70s and 80s, evoking nostalgia for fans of vintage monster films. These faux posters not only enhance the world building, but also pay tribute to the aesthetic styles that have defined kaiju cinema over the decades. Easter egg 12. Defense Force database manga references. When Kafka accesses the Defense Force database, some kaiju names like Dai Omega and Zilla Rex stand out. These names reference kaiju from Matsumoto's earlier unpublished manga projects, subtly weaving his creative history into Kaiju number 8. This integration showcases Matsumoto's long-term dedication to the genre and provides a richer backstory for fans who follow his work closely. Easter egg 13. Shin Godzilla-inspired kaiju design. One of the kaiju introduced in Episode 5 features a segmented tail and glowing fissures, design elements heavily inspired by Shin Godzilla, 2016. Shin Godzilla reimagined the classic monster with a more biological and terrifying aesthetic, and Kaiju number 8 echoes this style to create its own unique threats. By borrowing design cues from Shin Godzilla, Kaiju number 8 pays homage to modern kaiju reinventions, blending traditional and contemporary elements seamlessly. Easter egg 14. Kafka's 8 Cleaners t-shirt. In Episode 2, during Kafka's downtime, he's seen wearing a t-shirt with the logo 8 Cleaners. This isn't just a piece of casual attire, it's a direct nod to the series title, Kaiju number 8, reinforcing the central theme of the cleanup crew's role in the story. This playful detail not only adds to Kafka's character development, but also serves as a constant reminder of the team's mission against the kaiju menace. Easter egg 15. Godzilla-inspired roar sound effects. Listen closely during the intense kaiju battles, and you might recognize the roars. Many of the kaiju in Kaiju number 8 utilize roars inspired by Godzilla's original roar, slightly altered to fit the modern soundscape. This auditory homage ties the new monsters back to their legendary predecessor. By incorporating these familiar sounds, Kaiju number 8 evokes the fear and awe that Godzilla's roars have inspired for decades, enhancing the overall atmosphere of the battles. Easter egg 16. Pacific Rim-inspired kaiju anatomy. In Episode 6, during a Defense Force briefing, detailed diagrams of kaiju anatomy appear on the screen. These drawings closely resemble the anatomical sketches of Pacific Rim's kaiju from the production art books, paying tribute to Guillermo del Toro's Monsterverse. This artistic similarity not only enriches the world building, but also connects Kaiju number 8 to other giant monster narratives, highlighting shared inspirations across different franchises. Easter egg 17. Hidden QR codes in backgrounds. In Episode 8, during a scene in the Defense Force headquarters, if you look closely, you'll notice a QR code subtly integrated into the background design. Scanning this QR code reveals a special message from the creators, providing fans with exclusive content and behind-the-scenes insights. This interactive Easter egg not only rewards attentive viewers, but also bridges the gap between the anime and its audience, fostering a deeper connection. Easter egg 18. Symbolic number patterns. Kaiju number 8 cleverly incorporates symbolic numbers throughout its episodes. For instance, the recurring number 8 isn't just a reference to Kafka's kaiju form, but also symbolizes infinity and continuity, reflecting the endless battles against the kaiju and the ongoing struggle for humanity's survival. These numerical patterns add a layer of depth to the narrative, subtly reinforcing the themes and motifs that drive the story forward. Easter egg 19. Historical event references. In Episode 10, a newspaper headline briefly appears in the background, referencing the 1960 Tokyo Olympics. This isn't just a random historical nod, it mirrors the global tension and unity themes prevalent during the Olympics, paralleling the Defense Force's efforts to protect humanity from kaiju threats. By integrating real historical events, Kaiju number 8 grounds its fantastical elements in reality, enhancing the story's relatability and depth. Kaiju number 8 is not just an anime, it's a treasure trove of hidden details, homages, and clever nods to fans. From tributes to kaiju classics to connections with anime's roots, these Easter eggs make the show even more exciting. Which one was your favorite? Did we miss any? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more kaiju-sized content. Until next time, keep watching and keep discovering.